Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Nope, nope.
So
I did not want him to catch that.
Here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload.
Take the clock down real far.
Well conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back him up 5.
Get ready, get ready.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now.
My phone is ringing. I got me distracted.
Let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right there.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley.
Oh, go, Gurley. Go, go, go.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 85 yards. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll look to run with Henderson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Danny. Check. DC.
Now gone. And he can't get a throw off.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted to have happen.
What a huge play at this point in the game.
Doesn't really matter, but if he had fumbled.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Goff going to hand it to Gurley, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively.
Take the go-ahead field goal.
So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Zerline's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one
What a
away.
clutch run by Gurley.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So Ryan and the Falcons down 20-10, just over 1:40 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. To try again after the sack.
Nope.
Ryan.
Nope.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That would have been dope if he picked that ball off the ground.
We've not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
All right, now we can just kneel it, right?
Just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We go. Like 20. Double time. We got 4. We got 4.
Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about him taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Rams, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right. Another victory in the books. Got Robert Woods involved. Don't know if he's going to be happy about it or not. We did get him over 100 yards and a touchdown. +3 awareness. Nice. You know, I was hoping to have a bigger game, but hey, we won, and at least you got the quarterback throwing in my direction again, right? Fredo really came through for me, Coach. I appreciate you looking my way this week. Let's keep this thing going. The undefeated streak continues. All right, what do we have? Weekly awards. Aaron Donald, 4 sacks. Case Keenum is still playing in the league? Wow. We need to get that guy's catching up. He can't catch to save his life. His route running is okay. All right, 49ers are 3-1. Time to break that up.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there
Matt
in the end.
Breida, 2 touchdowns last week. Let's try to shut him down. Let's try to go deep on for the first play, see what happens.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone.
Oh, I should have kept running.
Robert Woods. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down throw, gone. He's going to loft one deep
I got
left
him.
side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag
grabbed.
down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described.
He got him.
He's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Attaboy, Bob Woods.
Robert Woods.
That was just about the easiest offensive drive I've ever seen. Just went all the way down the field in about 45 seconds.
That's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
All right, now it's the defense's turn.
Here we go. 180. Here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop?
No, we're gonna be playing a lot of zone this game just because George Kittle is ridiculous against man coverage.
Should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Here we go.
Makes sense.
All right, 2nd and long. Let's cover the slot up with Kaiser here.
On 2nd and 12. Garoppolo, he's got Higgins over
Oh,
the
man, he
middle.
ran right past our
And he
defense.
slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Get some space. Now a play fake here
Get
on
him.
1st down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the 1st quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move. But
You got to get your running back to block
rushers,
somebody.
they
That's
have
who
counters
he
to their
ran right
go-to
by your
move.
running
So they'll
back, who was
show you
supposed to be
that.
blocking.
Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in
And
the
D
game
Ford
last
is
week?
upset.
Without having some go-to moves with counters.
Him and Fred Warner are arguing. Let's do a zone blitz.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. There's Garoppolo to throw. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The pass
that
for
worked
negative
swimmingly.
yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything.
Oh, no.
So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
God damn it. At least he
And
didn't
they're able
score.
to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific at him.
Oh, now Breida loses it.
Oh,
And the Rams
pick that up,
have got
Aaron.
it back.
Yeah. Was that Fowler who forced that fumble?
Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster,
It
but
was.
certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
All right, let's run a little bit
7
here.
yards
Oh, they're
there
blitzing?
and first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you go the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A play fake to Gurley, now gone. And this is
He caught it.
For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Let's decline it.
Yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway,
Awesome play.
take
Awesome
the points
play.
and keep moving.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that.
Our
right?
defense
They have
is
a
just
script to
on
start
fire
the ball
right now.
game.
I'm telling
And
you.
typically, those scripts go between 12 and 24,
Ebicam
25 plays.
is a baller at this point.
Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Man, Washington churns out a lot of pro-ready receivers.
Different story here, over 20 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Yeah, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I'm going to hit you all.
But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Face mask. Defense.
What? I didn't see anything.
We looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Right there. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
What are you celebrating for, Coach? They just called it back.
As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And his pass incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down.
Here we go.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Damn.
And he's brought
He
down
just
after
threw it
a
up for
very
him.
Nice gain.
He just threw it up for Kittle.
23, and they pick up 23.
It's about what happens in real life
You know
anyways.
I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play in football.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second down and goal. Garoppolo under pressure now.
You cannot
and he's
wait.
gonna go down.
You cannot
Sack
wait.
back around the 8. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield.
Hold them to
When push
3.
came to
That's what we
shove,
need.
They stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot
go
like
deep.
baseball. When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, people going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's
Cooks
see if
is in the
he's
zone.
going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. They go play action here on first down. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And a flag comes in.
Dude,
falls incomplete.
he just mauled me.
Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
This will be caught. at
Dude,
about the
that's so
6.
dumb.
Call it a
He
full
goes from
3 yards
blitzing
in
to
the
immediately
wrong direction
diagnosing the
there.
pass.
Brings up second down.
If you're a selfish
So dumb.
player,
I'll just run
and
it
you're
in.
throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense.
I got cute.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them.
I got
right?
cute.
Able to figure it out,
Bit me in the
sniff it
behind.
out, and finish it off.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point
Conservative.
conversion plays. Because you've drawn
I got
up a
cute.
number
I tried to
of them in
pass it out to
today's football.
Gurley,
You don't just
knowing
have
that
one
that
or
middle
two for the
linebacker
game.
was
You have
blitzing.
more like 6 or 7.
But I didn't wait long
Which
enough
one do you
because he
like here?
started to
Because
blitz
that's
and
essentially
then
what you're
went and
going
got
for
Gurley
right now.
very
That
quickly.
spot of
So
the field, call.
I should have just threw it to Cooks in the slot. It's not like the 49ers are going to do anything on offense.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Watch one.
On first down, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
I'm going to decline that.
The penalty.
That was Samson Ebekam's first career pick, or first pick of the season.
Figure out why.
Well, someone's